On the win tonight.
Thank you.
How did it feel to come in here and send the fans home happy in the last home game of the year?
It was awesome, honoring the OAs as well. I think a win like that, when you take it to the final mile, it's good. It shows everyone wants to win, everyone's playing their role. So a win like that was special for our team.
From the coaches, from the players, what has been sort of the game plan for this weekend and that week leading up to playoffs? What do you guys want to make sure you do, and what kind of habits do you want to make sure you have ahead of the playoffs?
I think the biggest thing for us is playing to our strengths and sticking to our details. Sometimes, when things aren't going our way, it's when we're straying from our details. So Coach Barney's harping on us to compete, block shots, pucks out off the glass, the simple things. We take care of those things. We're going to be in a good spot going into our playoff series.
You're, of course, coming off another successful season as the captain of St. Andrews.
Yeah.
You're jumping into the league at a challenging time of year too. So what's it like to do that, and what's the adjustment been like for you, and what are you trying to do in these games, to make sure that you're making the most of your minutes?
Well, it's absolutely difficult. Luckily, I've had the opportunity to get the chance to adjust a few times throughout the season, so it wasn't exactly being thrown right into the fire. I have a little bit of experience, but gearing up into playoffs, it's playoff hockey, and these games are hard. So I'm lucky I got all the boys in the room. They're great welcoming me back, and as a full-time Wolf now, it feels different for me. I feel, as a bigger part of the team, but yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of fun getting to extend your season like that. What are going to be some of the things that you're going to try to do in that game on Sunday?
I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm not a fancy hockey player. Like I said earlier, I got to focus on details as well. So playing simple, hard defense, playing physical, getting pucks out of my own end, and when I get the chance in the O zone, chipping in offensively just by getting pucks through.
You expecting to have some family and friends in the stands, especially when you head down south?
Yeah. My mom and dad are coming up here to almost every game I'm in, and when I go down south, they're always there, my family, and some of my buddies as well.
We're good to go. Sorry, guys.
Well, Scott, thanks for the win. I know you knew coming in tonight that as far as, place in the standings this game didn't really mean anything, but what was it like for you to be able to, send the hometown fans happy like you did tonight?
Yeah, it was good. There's a good crowd out there tonight too as well, and I know the guys look forward to that. And you know what, this tough time of year a little bit, those last couple of games when guys are really not a lot to play for, and they're looking forward to the playoffs. But I thought there is a lot of positives from the game. I thought Bjorny was really good in net. He was calm and patient there in third. I thought made some big saves, and obviously you send the fans home with a little overtime, and pretty exciting, and then you get into the shootout. So overall, you got to be happy with the win, and said Brampton, give credit to Brampton, they have guys playing for their lives over there and for the future, and JR really has them going over there.
Haven't seen a ton of shootouts this year for this team, but what's it like for you to navigate that with this group, and what was sort of your process going through tonight as you went through this series of shooters? Yeah,
I think it's our third one. We had one in exhibition, I believe, down in Timmins, and then we had another one early in the year, and Daniel's scored on every one so far, right, including tonight. And then you try to get different guys out there, and good to see Chovy get the winner, but Bjorny makes the big saves too, right? They score, the game's over, and that's good to see that he's confident and he's dialed in, and it's good entertainment for the fans.
You told me yesterday that these last couple games and the week leading up to the playoffs, it was more about the habits than the results right now, and that you were going to maybe try out a couple different things, see how guys looked in certain spots. What were some of the things you tried to do tonight, and what did you think of the responses?
Yeah, I thought the habits were good for the most part. Our biggest concern right now is managing pucks at blue lines. That's a big one that we've been hard on guys. We have D that like to rush the puck almost too much, and we need to move the puck. We have one guy that can rush the puck, and we all know who that is. The other guys need to be defenders and puck movers, and that's when we have success. Up front, it was good to see the other power play unit get a goal there, right, and reward them again with starting the next power play. I thought our other unit had some looks, but sometimes when things don't go your way, you get trying to create your own, and usually doesn't work. But we practice it every day, and we'll continue to practice it, and it'll be huge going into the playoffs. You got Brantford sitting at, I think, 30-some% on the power play, and PK, they're one of the top in the league. So you got to be ready to go, and special teams can win or lose the game, and you don't want that to happen. But overall, happy with the guys. It's sometimes a little hard to get motivated for these games for the guys, but yeah.
Here late in the year, you've had a few guys you've called in different times. Maybe they had an off weekend. Maybe their team's done already. Of course, Finn's team at St. Andrews is done for the season. We're going to be talking to him in here tonight, and he's a guy that's coming in and taking a pretty good share of minutes for you. So, what have you thought about his play so far, and the way he's adjusted to jumping in at this point in the year?
Yeah, it's not easy to adjust, right? He comes from the OHL is a fast league. It's the best development league in the world. But he's a coachable kid. He's very smart. At his level this year, he can lunge at guys and put guys through the wall. Here, he's got to have better angles in doing it, and I thought tonight he did a really good job of that. Biggest thing at this level is moving pucks quicker, and I think he's getting used to that. And just little attention to details off face-offs and that. But he's a physical guy that leaves a presence back there, and it's bright future back there with physicality. You got the likes of Wula and Kearns that play physical every night. That's tough for other teams' forwards coming into our rink here.
How are you going to approach the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I might have to give a couple guys a day off or so, but the guys that are in, they got to play, right? And it's no different than practice. You got to show up and perform, and the other night we go to Brampton and have a long trip, and bus breaks down and this and that. But that's adversity, and part of being a young athlete. You got to adjust quick to adversity, and I complimented our guys on that. I know the results weren't there, but you got to be focused, and that's what gets guys to the next level. And it's something we talk about. That's our goal, is seeing guys have success later on.